DJ Ashba, widely known for his flashy stage persona, explosive guitar solos, and work with bands like Guns N' Roses, Sixx:A.M., and Beautiful Creatures, has lived a life that from the outside seems filled with glitz and success, but behind the bright lights and roaring crowds lies a story far darker than most fans ever realized. Born Darren J. Ashba in Monticello, Indiana, his early life was marked by hardship and personal struggle. Raised by a single mother who was a classically trained pianist, Ashba was introduced to music at a very young age, but the family's financial difficulties and the absence of his father created emotional voids that haunted him for years. Determined to escape his small-town struggles, Ashba poured himself into music, practicing relentlessly, sometimes for up to 12 hours a day, as he chased the dream of making it in the brutal, competitive world of rock and roll. His tireless work ethic eventually paid off, landing him gigs with various bands and ultimately leading to the founding of Beautiful Creatures in the early 2000s. However, the music industry is notoriously unforgiving, and the commercial failure of the band's debut album led to professional disappointments that shook Ashba's confidence, forcing him to reevaluate his career path just as he was starting to gain momentum. The mounting pressure to succeed, combined with the industry's ruthless demands, took a toll on his mental health, introducing him to the destructive cycle of anxiety and self-doubt that would linger throughout much of his career. Despite these setbacks, Ashba's big break came when he was invited to join Guns N' Roses in 2009, stepping into one of the most high-profile and challenging guitar roles in rock history as a replacement for Buckethead and later as part of the band's long, rotating lineup. While performing with Guns N' Roses allowed Ashba to showcase his talents on some of the world's largest stages, it also exposed him to an entirely new level of backstage chaos, interpersonal tensions, and the heavy burden of fan expectations. The constant scrutiny and the pressure to live up to the band's legendary status weighed heavily on Ashba, especially as he faced criticism from longtime fans who were skeptical of anyone filling Slash's iconic shoes. Even though Ashba handled the role with professionalism and dedication, the emotional cost of constantly having to prove himself took a toll on his confidence and well-being. Behind the scenes, Ashba also struggled with balancing his personal life, navigating the challenges of maintaining relationships while constantly on the road and under the media spotlight. The stress led him to eventually make the difficult decision to leave Guns N' Roses in 2015, choosing instead to focus on his own projects and mental health. Since his departure, Ashba has been candid about his battles with anxiety, the pressures of fame, and the emotional cost of living under such intense public scrutiny for so many years. Today, while he continues to create music and perform, DJ Ashba's story serves as a sobering reminder that the rock and roll lifestyle, often glamorized by fans, can come with significant personal sacrifices and hidden struggles. His journey reflects not only his incredible talent and resilience, but also the darker, rarely seen side of chasing one's dreams in an industry that can be as ruthless as it is rewarding.